Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Matt Bernier. The DRF Bets race of the day for Wednesday, February the 14th, the Valentine's Day race of the day is race number 9 at Gulfstream Park. Nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies. If you sign up to DRF Bets right now, a $200 free bet is waiting for you. No deposit required when you go to drf.com/join. Please use the promo code FREEBET09. Now let's take a look at this field of promising 3-year-old fillies going 2 turns at Gulfstream Park. You can access free formulator pass performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Download them and handicap along with Matt and me. We take the field in post position order. Loopity Loo is the number 1, trying dirt for the first time for the Red Hot Cassie barn.
Coming off of a layoff, don't know what we're going to get out of this one from a speed figure standpoint. On the slow side, going to need to step it up, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, how much faster does she need to get? It's not like we have any giant figs right now, anything too gaudy. I think this field, like you had said, this is all about potential, what these girls could be.
Connection's hoping that this filly is as versatile as her dam, a stakes winner on both synthetic and dirt as she makes her dirt debut. While she's still a maiden, she is stakes place going this distance over the Woodbine Tapeta surface. You're right, a little bit slow. Didn't love the field she faced in the Ontario Lassie, but I think she could work out a pretty good trip here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you look at it on paper, the horses that have run, I don't think you've got any just true outright speed balls. Maybe the 5 wants to be the one to kind of take the initiative, but other than that, you've got a pretty good advantageous situation. Breaking from the inside, I think Leperoux is going to get her into the run. Whether she's out on the lead, I don't know about that, but she could be sitting the pocket and work out a good trip.
The 2 is South of the Shore, going up for Chad Brown and Javier Castellano. And you understand why this horse was entered in a turf race last time out. The dam won on the grass. She was 2-5 in a race that was washed off. She ran okay over sloppy going. Perhaps she prefers fast tracks. Her Beyer speed figures put her among the best in the field. She's a strong contender.
Certainly, she's going to get bet in here. I have to be honest with you. I understand most recently that sloppy track, I thought Speed did very well. I thought Javier gave her a perfect ride where he angled her down to the inside and she just didn't finish. There was nothing there. To me, she's the kind of horse that she was 2-5 last time. I think she's going to get bet again in here. Won't be surprised if she wins, but I won't be betting her.
The winner of that race did come back to win the Little Suncoast at Tampa Bay last week, and the 3rd finisher returned to Beyer in the 70s on turf. The 3 is Twigga. This is a first-time starter for Michael Matz. Lots of turf in this pedigree.
Yeah, certainly. This is a half to take over target, and we know what he was capable of for Chad when he was right. The problem was he just never could stay sound. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the Union Rags. If you're thinking about it from a turf standpoint, luckily this race is not on turf, but if down the road you think turf is where she's going to make her, hey, Union Rags is not a very good turf and sort of sire or influence. Right now, though, we'll worry about the dirt. He's about 10% with the first-time starters. Michael Matz and Johnny V, sneaky. When they get together, there's usually a reason. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me if this horse outran the odds.
Not only Takeover Target, another sibling is a stakes winner on turf at Parks. Ladies Privilege. Although if you're looking for dirt, you're right about Union Rags, absolutely. And the dam is a half-sister to Critical Eye, who was a multiple Grade 1 winner on the dirt. Something tells me this horse needs a race. I remember seeing her name in a previous edition of the Clocker Report, and her workmate didn't come back and run very well first time out. Wait and see approach for me, but good point with Matson Velasquez. Strong trainer-jockey combo. You've been following the Tampa Bay meet very closely this year. The 4 Commentary made her career and 2-turn debut at Tampa Bay last month. She ran okay.
She ran okay. She ran into a field that has come back to be very weak. That's the big knock on her. The thing that you've got to keep in mind with Tampa, it seems like for the majority, when there is any sort of a bias, it is outside, not inside. So you want to be 3, 4, 5 paths off the rail. For the majority of the race, she was until about the quarter pole, and she ended up down on the inside on essentially a dead rail, but she continued on. I thought, all things considered, a good effort. I think she'll move forward second out.
She's a half to Luminance, who I believe was 3rd, a well-beaten one at that in the Santa Anita Oaks, but that was a Grade 1 stakes race. Clement, second-time starter. It's been a good move for him over the years. The 5 is Secret Pleasure. Secret Pleasure's dam won a couple of sprints. This filly's going to try to stretch out for the first time. Let's see where she is on the Timeform US pace projector, and they have Secret Pleasure, the number 5, out there on the lead. Slowly improving from a Beyer standpoint. I guess if she gets the right trip, she can perhaps surprise at a big price.
Yeah, we'll find out about the distance, ultimately how far she wants to go. Those first 2 starts they campaigned are going shorter. I think that is accurate. I think she has one way to go. Clear off to the front, try to take them as far as you can. I don't love her, but I'm not going to fault anyone that goes with lone speed.
Conversely, Sweet Magic is at the back of the pack. She added blinkers. She dropped in for 50 last time out. There were a lot of angles, and she still couldn't get the job done. She's a half-sister to a Grade 3 place dirt runner, General Bellamy. Slowly improving, needs to improve by a lot more. I'm not sure she can overcome that pace scenario.
I agree with that, and I kind of look at her and say we kind of know what she is at this point. Now, perhaps 2 turns on dirt. She's only gone 2 turns on turf thus far. She had a couple of 1-turn routes. Maybe the 2 turns on dirt is going to wake her up. I'm not banking on it.
Skeptic's dangerous for Rusty Arnold. She ran a much improved improved race in her lone two-turn outing where she prompted the pace and she tried. She was no match for Red Ruby, who came back to win the Martha Washington last week at Oaklawn with an 83 buyer. The third-place finisher came back to graduate at Oaklawn with a 78 buyer. I like her tactical speed. I like that she's a Tiz now, the damn one routing. There are a lot of things to like about her, and 7-2 is a fair price.
And I think you're going to get the 7-2 for a couple of reasons. One, we brought up the Chad Brown horse, where she's going to get bet in here. You bring up that race at Churchill. Not only are those two horses in there, the 4th, 5th, and 7th place finishers came back in their next start, 63, 64, 74. All of those buyers would probably be the number to beat in this spot. The one thing that concerns me, Rusty Arnold, past 5 years, dirt 61 to 180 days with maidens, 1 for 33 with a 13-cent ROI. If I'm just looking at the filly and the way that she ran and the numbers, she makes all the sense in the world. That's the only thing that holds me back. But at the same time, if you're going to give me 3.5 or 4 to 1, I'll take it.
Coach Rox completes the field for Dale Romans. A lot of turf on the bottom of this pedigree. Damas Stakes winner on the surface. She's a half to Oprado Olay, a multiple Grade 3 stakes winner, really going a long distance of ground. She's run well on the turf. She's run well on the dirt. I have no problems with her on this surface. The last race came back kind of slow. What happened in there?
I don't know. I have to be honest with you. I don't know what to make of her just as a whole, because you brought up the Oprado Olay. I mean, those are 1 11/16 or 1 3/4 and really, really long races that he was getting stakes placed in. I don't know what her game is. I don't know what Oxbow is at this point as a sire. I don't know what her game is. They've tried the dirt. They've tried the turf. Really hasn't been a heck of a lot there altogether. I kind of wonder if you're going to get a running style more similar to the 1-2 back, where she is forwardly placed. Maybe she's the one that presses the 5, and maybe that's the difference maker. Again, another horse I'm not going to have any of my money.
Pick time for race number 9 at Gulfstream, your Valentine's Day DRF bets race of the day. The favorite is the 2 South of the Shore. We're going to try to take her down. You like commentary, the number 4, 6 to 1 on the morning line. Is that fair enough for you?
Certainly. I think she ran well enough, deceptively well in that run at Tampa. Maybe she's not good enough to run with these girls at Gulfstream, but I think you're going to get a fair enough number. I think Skeptic is probably the horse to beat. That Rusty Arnold formulator fact terrifies me.
That's just what I was going to say. I wish you didn't bring that up, because I like Skeptic. Not sure we get the 7-2. I think 5-2 or 3 though is fair. I liked what I saw in that race, and I liked the horses that she was in against. You terrify me with the fact. 4-7-2-3 for Matt, 7-2 for me in race number 9 at Gulfstream Park on Wednesday. And again, if you are playing this race, this card from home, $200 free bet, no deposit required when you join DRF Bets at drf.com/join. Please use the promo code FREEBET09. An approximate post time for the Valentine's Day race of the day, 4:37 Eastern. Best of luck.